So here we go playing the double standards game, right? All the time we hear about, oh, y'all don't deserve reparations because the people who was enslaved are not living still. We hear things like this. Well, in this specific situation, the two survivors were still alive. They still were alive. Okay, so what is the excuse on this? So on Friday, Judge Carolyn Wall of Oklahoma U.S. Court District has dismissed the Tulsa, Oklahoma race massacre in 1921. An Oklahoma judge has thrown out a lawsuit seeking reparations for the 1921 Tulsa race massacre, dashing an effort to obtain some measure of legal justice by survivors of the deadly racist rampage. Judge Carolyn Wall on Friday dismissed with prejudice the lawsuit trying to force the city. I mean, they can't bring it up again in court. Well, in her court specifically, right? And it says the lawsuit trying to force the city and others to make recompense for the destruction of the once thriving black district known as Greenwood. The order comes in a case by three survivors of the attack who are now over 100 years old and sued in 2020 with the hope of seeing what their attorney called justice in their lifetime. Spokespersons for the city of Tulsa and a lawyer for the survivors, Leslie Benniganfield Randall, Viola Fletcher, and Hughes Van Ellis, did not immediately respond to requests for comment Sunday. Wall, a Tulsa County District Court, wrote in a brief order that she was tossing the case based on arguments from the city, regional chamber of commerce, and other state and local government agencies. She ruled against the defendants' motions to dismiss and allowed the case to proceed last year. Local justice elections in Oklahoma are technically nonpartisan, but Wall has described herself as a constitutional conservative. That's a lie. In past campaign questionnaires, it's a lie because she's not. If she was a constitutional conservative, she would have agreed with the plaintiffs, not the defendants. The lawsuit was brought under Oklahoma's public nuisance law, saying the actions of the white mob that killed hundreds of black residents and destroyed what had been the nation's most prosperous black business district continue to affect the city today. It contended that Tulsa's long history of racial division and tension stemmed from the massacre, during which an angry white mob descended on a 35-block area, looting, killing, and burning it to the ground. Beyond those killed, thousands more were left homeless and living in a hastily construed internment camp. Yeah, internment camp. The city and insurance companies never compensated victims for their losses, and the massacre ultimately resulted in racial and economic disparities uh, that still exist today, the lawsuit argued. Now, this proves and shows that Constitution doesn't work for us in court either. So I'll tell you what's going to happen next, right? Since Judge Wall dismissed this case in her U.S. District Court, they're going to appeal to Oklahoma Supreme Court, right? And it may be overturned then, right? This just takes another 2 years to do. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? And if Oklahoma Supreme Court agrees with the Judge's Wall decision, what will happen is they will appeal again to the United States Supreme Court with the hopes that they will grant certiorari. All right. So this shows the double standards here. There was a lot of proof here. There was the plaintiff still was alive here. You see, the only thing I could say is that this judge is a white supremacist. She's a white supremacist. You see, she's a white supremacist. She doesn't believe in justice. There's no way she could have been a constitutional conservative because she will follow the Constitution, the 14th Amendment. You feel me? Everybody has equal protection under the law. Apparently, those in Tulsa, Oklahoma did not. You see? So the double standards exist, fellas. You see? It exists here. There are two law systems for blacks and whites here. You see? I salute the Tulsa race massacre survivors. We love you. Keep pushing. celebrities, black celebrities, if you out there, you need to help more. You see, and let's keep it pro. Let's keep it going. Let's keep progressing. We making progress. We making way. This is not a loss for us. All right, it is still a victory because we are on code. You see, and we understand what's going on and what's happening. Peace and love, mind elevation.